Paul, which means horn. Yeah, young, which means wine. Layashala, which means to Israel. Which means to Israel. Imagine in the room. So Punjabadum, which means stand, turn and face the east. You know, say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw. It's about Shemayim. Brashaya. Shemka. Yahweh. Lakatka. Kabah. Zak. Hayat. Aisha. Baratizah. Kuwa. Hayat. Ashmayim. Thuna. Thum. Kaliwan. Aslafano. Kowafno. Kaslafno. Kowafino. Walla'ah. Kariyano. Bansay one. A ball. Hawashinu, Mayun, Ra, Kaya, Waka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahataparat, La'awalunium, Amun. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be. Prayer for the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah? Why my Yahweh? Why Matazab Yahweh Wap Yahan? Halawak. Ashran. Hakazir. Hakayal. Waki. Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shah. What Amun. In the English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shah. And Michael. And the angels, many General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be. The prayer for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, the name of Yahweh Shah. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, punishment and destruction to the heathen, speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose treasure from the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches, enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, religion, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, the NASA space program, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, cable access channel, the radio channel, convict the spirit, any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief, and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shah, Michael and Gabriel, come down with flying saucers, and punish all the heathen that come up against us. If you speak thy word, cause to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. causing the shake that comes. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. So I face the front. Yeshabdu, which means be seated. Right back here. We're in the middle of the journey across the Red Sea. Some of these clown Edomite scholars try to say did not actually happen. Try to say it was the Reed Sea. It was a little swamp. It wasn't a real sea. This was the Red Sea because this is vividly described. There's no like two ways around it. This is the scripture talks about the waters were like walls on either side. And we get to go and see this in the Hebrew as well. So let's dive right into the Hebrew. We starting at Exodus 14 and 23. Wayeradapwa, Matazarium, Wayabaawa, Achariyahum, Kal Sawas Paraya, Rakabwa, Parashua, Al Sawak, Hayam. Verse 24, Wayahaya, Bashamaris, Habakwar, Wayashquap, Yahweh, Al Machana, Matazarium, Ba'imwad, Ash, Wa'ainan, Wayahum, Ath, Machana, Matazarium, verse 25, Wayasar, Ath, Apun, Markabathyawa, Wayanhagawa, Bakabadas, Wayamar, Matazarium, Anwasa, Mapunya Yasha'ala, Kaya, Yahweh, Nalakam, Laham, Bamatazarium. Verse 26, Wayamar, Yahweh al-Masha, Natah, Athyadka, al-Hayam, Wayashabwa, Hamayam, al-Matazarium, al-Rakabwa, wa al-Parashua. Verse 27, Wayat Masha, Athyadwa, al-Hayam, Wayashab, Hayam, Mapunwath, Bakwar, Layathmua, Wamatazarium, Nasium, Lakurathwa, Wayanair, Yahweh, Ath Matazarium, Bathwak, Hayam. Verse 28, Wayashabwa, Hamayam, Wayakaswa, Ath Harakab, Wa'ath Haparashim, Lakal, Hayal Paraya, Habayam, Achariyam, Bayam La'ah, Nashar, Baham Aid Achad. Verse 29, Wabanya Sha'ala, Halakwa, Bayabasha, Bathwak, Hayam, Wahamayim, Laham, Thama, Mayam Yanum, Wa Mashama'alim. Verse 30. 29. Okay, back to the English. Back to English from verse 23. Verse 23, and the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians. Canada. You just grab me some paper towels. Come. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels. And took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily. So that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. So they knew who the Lord was with. They could already see what was coming. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians. So now the waters are already, there are walls on either side. And we're in the midst of the sea. And again, this is vividly described here. So all these clown scholars that try to say that it was some type of little swamp, and they want to make Moses out to be, you know, some delusional guy in the middle of the desert, and he's stretching his rod out over the swamp and nothing's happening, and they're just walking through the swamp. That's what your pastor, that's who your pastor believes in, is these types of scholars. But all the scripture lines up with the history, it lines up with the geography, with the geology of our forefathers passing through the Red Sea in a miraculous way where the Lord kept the walls of the sea on either side until he let them go. And that's what's going on here. We're about to see what's happening to the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared. And the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And remember, we've been talking for weeks about how every detail in this story was set by the Most High to show his power, to show who he was with, and to show what he's going to do to deliver his people. We saw all the times when Pharaoh's heart was hardened, even when it didn't make no sense at all. After all these plagues, to stand firm on not letting us go, but it was done so that it could be said that the Lord did it, not Pharaoh's mercy, not nothing else, but the power of the Most High. And that's what's happening here in the midst of the Red Sea. Verse 28, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. Because that's what happens when you're in the middle of a sea and you think those waters are being held for you too. And all of a sudden, that water came rushing down and it was a wrap. There was nothing they could do. They could just accept their fate. And so we're going to go back to the Hebrew, verse 30. Wayoshai Yahweh Bayawam Hawa'ah Athya Sha'ala Mayad Matazarium Wayara'ah Yasha'ala Ath Matazarium Math Al Shapath Hayam. Verse 31. Wayara'ah Yasha'ala Ath Hayad Hagadallah Ashar Aisha Yahweh Bamatazarium Wayara'ah Hayam Ha'im Ath Yahweh Waya'amya Ba Yahweh Wabamasha Ibadwa. Chapter 15, verse 1. Az Yashiar Masha Wabunya Yasha'ala Ath Hashiar Hashirah Haza'ath La Yahweh Wayamarwa La Amar Asherah La Yahweh Kaya Ga'ah Sawas Wakabwa Ramah Bayum. Verse 2. Isaiah was a Marath Yah wa Yahaya, la Ya, la Yeshua, Za, Alia, wa Anawawa, Alahaya, Abia, wa Armamana, verse 3. And this is a beautiful verse that we should all know word for word. Exodus 15 and verse 3. Yahweh Ayash, Malachma, Yahweh Shamwa, which means the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh Ayash, which is the word for man. It is the only word that is used for man all throughout the Bible. There's no two ways around that. The Most High is a masculine spirit. That's indisputable. Only weirdos and Edomites and LGBTQs would ever dispute that God is a masculine spirit. Yahweh Ayash Malachma. The Most High is a man of war. Yahweh Shamwa. Yahweh is his name. Shamwa, his name. Verse 4. Markabath Paraya. Wachayalwa. Yerah Bayum. Wamabakar. Shalashua. Tabaywa Bayum. Suwak. Verse 5. Dhamah. Yakasiyumwa. Yeradwa. Bamatazwalath. Kamwa. Abun. Verse 6. Yumyunka Yahweh. Naadaria. Makah. Yumyunka Yahweh. Baraitazah. Awiyab. And back to the Hebrew. Exodus verse 30. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. It was a mystery what happened to them. They didn't disappear. We saw them all strewn out, laid out, dead on the shore, washed up. We got to see our enemies dead. The people that were enslavers, dead, washed up on the seashore. And that was a beautiful sight to rejoice at. Verse 31, and Israel saw the great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. Because people believe when they see things like that happen. And then the second they don't see it, they start doubting. Chapter 15, verse 1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So this was a song that Moses was and the Israelites were singing that was inspired by the beautiful sight of seeing thousands of dead Egyptians on the seashore. Right. Verse 4, Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. They're still singing. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. So we're singing right now, and the lyrics are about all the dead Egyptians that we're looking at on the seashore. By the way, does this sound like the so-called Jewish man today? This don't sound like, I don't hear them with this energy. Verse 5, the depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. And we're going to go back to the Hebrew, verse 7. Wabarab, Wawanka, the Haras, Humiyaka, the Shalach, Harunka, Yakalmua, Kakwash, verse 8, Babarawach, Apika, Irumwa, Mayum, the Tizabwa, Kumwa, Nad, Nizalium, Kopawa, Thamath, Balab, Yum, verse 9, Amar, Oyab, Ardap, Ashiyad, Akhlaq, Shalal, the Malamwa, the Pasha, Ariat, Harabwa, Karabwa, Thoriyashumwa, Yadia, verse 10, Nashapath, Barawaka, Kasumwa, Yum, Tizalawa, Kaiwa Parath, Bamayum, Adiyarium, verse 11, Maya, Kamaka, Baalium, Yahweh, Maya, Kamaka, Nadar, Bakwadash, Nawara, Dahalath, Aishab, Palah, verse 12, Natiyath, Yamyunka, the Balaimwa, Aratazah, verse. And we're going to go back to the English. Verse 7, and in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together. The floods stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. We're going to jump back to the Hebrew.
Kyanata, Bon Shemai, Bon Yashra.
Kyanata, Bon Shemai, Bon Yashra.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Go back to Hebrew. You've been working on your Hebrew? So yeah. Verse 13.
Not to na
That's a ha.
naha ya
Nakaya tha. Nakaya.
nakaya. Baha
Remember, when it connects, it's a ha. Where you see the little space, it's a ha. They look real similar.
Bahai Daka.
Which is in your mercy. That we talk all the time about how Hebrew words are built from the root outwards. So we have the root chesed, which is mercy. That ba at the beginning means in. The ka at the end is the possessive. It means yours. So we have ba chesed. Keep going.
I'm. Jwa. Gamalata.
That Ga'alath, which is redeemed.
Nahalata. Ba'azaka. Allah.
So that sometimes you're gonna see those two letters, and it's Allah, which is power. In this case, it's two, so it's just Al. You're gonna see a lot of times Al Masha, the Lord speaking to Moses. Go ahead.
Nawa. Kwadashaka.
So that's Kudash. Kudash is holy. Speaking in the Lashwan Kudash, the holy tongue. So Kudashka is your, in this case, Nawa, which is habitation. Nawa Kudashka, your holy habitation. Go ahead.
Shamaiwa. I'm Yama.
So that I'm young, we know the young pluralizes things. So I'm is word for people, meaning like a large group of people, like a nation. So I'm young, it's the people's. Go ahead.
Yawa. Got. So. Tuanya.
You're a Gazwan.
Just take your time. Make sure you're saying the sound. All right, so just take your time, and we're usually the sound at the end would be together, depending on depending on the circumstance. All right,
Cover console.
but you're going to break it down. The priest's going to break it down too. So just take your time. Start from the beginning, the sound, then you break it down. You see that long gauge? That means that it's separate. So you know what I mean? When you see a the priest can break it down, ka or a yum, you know that, you know what I mean? That would be, okay, it's by itself. So that's when you make the connection.
And more specifically, when you see those, and it's a possessive.
Yeah, possessive.
It's
That's
saying
exactly
that,
what I'm looking for.
For example, if you see the ka at the end of the word, if that's talking about who it belongs to, then that would be, you'll say separately like ka. But then sometimes you'll see like the rock will have a ka at the end, but it's just flowing to the rock.
Yeah, because you'll be like,
And then you'll have your
one.
red.
It'd be like one. But that don't mean pertaining to you. It'll just be a person's name. One. Right?
Door. Hayalam.
There you go. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Hayazam. Hayaza.
Oh, that's a chaz.
Hahaj.
Babu Shah, just show them the difference between the ka and the ha.
Yeah.
Let them know the connection. Let them know
Just,
one is connected, one is not. So just let them know about that. So you can pronounce it correctly.
Yasha. Baya.
right, so that's your shabya. which Yashab is a root word that we see a lot of times. It means, dwelling,
That's right.
house. Keep going.
Pala Shat.
Palashach. Okay. Verse 15.
Verse 15. Has Naba Harlem.
Number Halwa.
Ala Wapium.
Alawapia, which is the word that we use for general.
That's
Alawap.
right. Alawak. General on deck is saying general on deck, or the highest ranking man is here. That's what it's saying. Alawak Panya.
Which is literally saying general in my face. Panya.
Yeah, Panya.
Adawam.
Mm-hmm.
Ayalam.
It's that out of one is Edom, of course.
Mawa Aba.
Hmm.
Ya
There's a few words in here you better know.
Ya
Remember, that's a ka.
Ka. Like it.
Yeah, remember
Ka.
Kanyanda.
Yeah.
To remember, if you don't see the connection on the ha, you already know. If there's no connection, it's a ha. But if it's a connection, it's a ka.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, it's
All right, no doubt. Like Kanyanda. I'm not going to say Kanyanda ha.
what? Ya Kaza Ma
Mm-hmm.
Ra'ad Nama Gwa
Mm-hmm.
Kala.
That call, which means all.
Mm-hmm.
Yasha Baya. Yashabium.
Yeah.
Kana in. Verse 16. Tapala. Ilaya Hum.
Mm-hmm.
Ya Mataha. Wapa Kad.
I don't know why I like that word. Pakad, dread. Wa pakad and dread.
That's right. Wow. Baba Kashar, let them know what the wa mean. Then you're going to say, you in the word that you emphasize it.
Right.
So just
wa,
let
so
just
wa
let them know.
pakad and dread. You see that wa at the beginning of the word, that's in. We talk all the time, we stress all the time the way the Hebrew words are structured with what we call prepositions at the beginning, like the wa for in, the ba for in, the la means to, the ma means of. Once you get that down, then it's easier to identify the root words and break. Even when you see these longer words, you can break it down.
Yeah, that's the reason why they say, this right here, wa and dread. Like he emphasizing, and I dreaded this. I don't like this. Baba Kashar, what was that word? What was that word?
Pakad.
Bakad. And that's what he said, bakad. Like, yo, man. I'm like, when you doing class, bakad. LBG's to do community. Bakad. You see, do you see or understand what I'm saying?
Con.
Why Bakad? Why Bakad? And Bakad. And I, you know what I mean? And I'm dreading this situation.
Yeah, we dread that monkeypox. Don't come nowhere near
No,
us.
yeah, exactly. Don't come near me. Why Bakad? You got the monkey. You got the monkey.
Monkeypox.
You know what I mean? And you got monkeypox. I'm not, you know what I mean? Don't come near me. But in Hebrew, it sounds so like, oh man. Yeah, and that's what you say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what he emphasizes. He's emphasizing that word. Not the why. He's saying, and this thing right here, and I hate this. That's what he's saying.
The water. By the law. Zawah. Aka.
Zawaka, which is your arm.
Yadama. Yadamawa. Ka'aban. Aid. Ya'ai. Wa. Imaka. Micah.
Imka, which is your people.
Yahweh. I. Ya'aba. Za. Kwana. Yata. Kwanayata.
Kunayaf.
Kwanayaf.
Just recognize that he's a kind of noth. So understand when you see the little let me see maybe something that you didn't recognize. You know how to noth thou look, right? So it's like like your name. You got a tha in it. So recognize the tha in it. You know what I mean? So when you read it, just recognize, you know what I mean? You want to see certain letters that's in your name. You know it's pronounced the, not ka. Because the ka, and the ha look similar. That's, you know what I mean? That's what you got jammed up. Slide.
Water. Taba'a. Moi. What ta. I'm moi. Baha. Naka. Nakalamaka.
Nakalafka, which is your inheritance.
You see the car at the end? He's saying your. That's your. So that's what we were talking about that's what we were talking about earlier. Your. You see the car? It's sitting by itself. Because it's saying the car at the end going to say your. There's two cars in the Syrian and the Hebrew. So you're going to understand when you see the car at the end, that means it's saying it pertaining to you or pertaining to somebody else.
Which,
like, you know, my shimka.
Which
you understand what I'm saying? My shimka, you know what you know what I'm saying? My shimka.
What is
shalom. Shalom. Yabashim Yashavaka. You know what I'm saying? Ma parataza, my shimka.
What is shalom?
What is Shim?
Shem. What is Shem?
Mashimka. Kahan Paratisa. Mashimka.
What is Shem? Shem.
Look at my memories. Look at my memory. Kahan Paratisa. Mashimka.
I would say bless you.
No, Mashimka. Look, Paratisa. Kahan Paratisa. Mashimka.
When you saying by Hashem, what are you saying?
Hashem.
If you say Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, what are you saying?
Bless you.
And what?
Think about what I'm saying to myself, Salah. Think about what I'm saying. Kahan. You know what Kahan means, right? Priest. Kahan Paratisa.
Priest.
What's my name?
Paratisa.
Kahan Paratisa. What I just said.
Priest Paratisa.
Somebody knock.
Mashimka. Now, what I'm saying towards you. Kahan Paratisa. Mashimka. What's your name? What is your name?
Ma being what? Shem is name. So Shemka, what is your name? And that's what. So and you just got to recognize when you see words that has a possessive at the end. There's going to be some words that have the ka at the end, but it's just part of the word. But if you see that it's a possessive, that it's telling you that it's your thing, then that's how you know you can separate it out. But keep going.
Yeah, that's what it. So I'm asking, what is it? My name is Paratisa. I'm priest Paratisa. What is your name? You understand what I'm saying? Mashimka.
Okay.
What is your name? And you want to say, oh, Kayanada. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're going to say, Ma Kayanada. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, name Kayanada. Like, my name Kayanada. Okay.
Verse 17. Taba moi.
Taba'amwa.
Wata Taiwan. Bahar. Nakala Tak.
Alaska, is this your inheritance, right?
Makwa 1. Lasha Batakwa. Paila na ta Yahweh Makwa the Shah Makwa Dash Adonai Kwana na Yadakia.
It's that Yadika, which is your hands. So Yad is your hand. Yad would be hands plural. So Yadika, your hands.
Verse 18. Yahweh Yamalakwa.
That Yamalak,
Yamalak.
Yamalak being king, reign.
Just remember, Yamak. You know what I mean? Yamak means king. All right?
mean Malak?
Malak, kingdom. So when you see that, every time you see Malak, think about king. All right? Malak. Towards the kingdom. Or you know what I mean? Forward to the kingdom. Right.
The water. La Lum.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Wida.
We'll try Christ back to the English, verse 12.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 12. Thou stretched out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them.
It's right here. You gotta waste your battery.
Read out the Bible. Read out the
Come.
Bible. I want to-
Verse 13. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. Verse 14. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestine.
Whoever want to be in that land when we come in, it's gonna be a sorrowful day.
That's right.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 15. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them.
Salakia, you know what I mean? The Dukes of Edom. Remember, this is Old English. So the Dukes being a prestige class.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The Duke of the Duke of England, which means a prestige class. So the Duke of Edom going to be downtrodden.
Which in this case,
The prestige class going to be downtrodden, going to be put down.
right. In this case, the word there is alawap, so it's their generals they're gonna be.
Yeah, exactly. They're generals. He's saying it in Hebrew. That's what their generals going to be alawap, going to be brought down.
Trembling shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Verse 16. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thy arm, they shall be as still as a stone, till thy people pass over. O Lord, till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased. Verse 17. Thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thy inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. Verse 18. The Lord shall reign forever and ever.
This is all still them singing over the dead bodies of the Egyptians. And now we're gonna jump back to the Hebrew. We'll take this verse 19. Kaya ba'a suwas per ayah Rakabwa wa parashim wa parashwa bayum wa yashab Yahweh alihum asmaya hayum wa bunya yasha'ala alakwa bayabashah wathwat hayum. Verse 20. Wasakwach Mariam Hanabiyah Achwas Aharon As Hasap Bayada Wasa Tazan Kal Hanashim Akaria Basapium Waba Makalah, verse 21. Basa Ain Lahum Mariam Sayarwa La Yahweh Kaya Ga'a Sawas Kabwa, Ramah, Bayum, verse 22. Vayasai, Masha, Akyasha'ala, Mayum, Sawas, it's like Sawap, Vayatazawa, Al-Madabar, Shawar,
Same
Wayalakwa,
for the locks.
Shalashath, Yum Yum, Bamadabar, Wala'ah, Matazawa, Mayum, verse 23. Wayabawa, Maratha, Wala'ah, Yakawa, Lashath, Mayum, Mamara, Kaya, Mariam, Hum al Khan, Korah, Shema, Marah, verse 24. Wailunwa, Ha'im, Al Mashal, Amar, Ma Nashatha. Back to the English.
Verse 9, Exodus chapter 15, verse 19. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea. And the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. Verse 20. And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances.
So this whole chapter is literally us just singing and dancing and celebrating over the dead bodies of the people that were trying to kill us. That's the spirit of the Bible. That's the spirit of the Lord. And anybody that tells you any different, if your Christian pastor is up there saying that Jesus came so that you can love the people that want to put you in chains to this day, they're lying to you.
Right.
And they're only teaching you that because it was taught to them to keep you in subjection. Keep going.
Verse 21. And Miriam answered them, sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphant gloriously. The horse and his rider have he thrown into the sea. Verse 22. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. Verse 23. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. Verse 24. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink?
So already now the Lord just killed a whole nation of people that was our enemies. And already the people are murmuring against Moses because they couldn't find water for a couple of days. You got to be able to endure through some rough times to be able to come out from under your enemies. And that's, we talk about so many parallels from this story and today. You can't be comfortable in this hell in America.
Right.
You cannot be out there trying to save your little middle class life because it's easy. You can't be out there scared of World War III. You got to be willing to go through some pain to get out this hell. You got to be mad. You got to wake up mad that you're in a country that's not yours, living under the rulership of a people that's not yours, that you don't have no real true freedom except what's given to you. You got to wake up mad. You got to be willing to go through some discomfort to get the hell up out of that. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 25. And he cried unto
we jumping back to the Hebrew. Verse 25. Wayatazai al Yahweh, Wayawawa, Yahweh Aitzazai, Wayashalak, al Hamayum, Wayamathakwa, Hamayum, Shumlawa, Tat, Wamashapat, Washum, Nasawa, verse 26, Wayamar, Shemai, Nashemai, Lakawal, Yahweh, Alhayaka, Wahayashar, Vayanua, the Aisha, Wahazanath, Lamatazawathua, Washimarath, Call, Sequoia, Call Hamakala, Lashar, Shemathia, Momentazarium, La'ah, Ashim, Iliaka, Kaya, Anya Yahweh, Rapaka, verse 27, Waiba'awa, Ayalma, Washum, Shethium, Aishara, Ayanath, Mayum, Washabayim, Thamarium, Wayachanwa, Shum Al Hamayum, chapter 16, verse 1, Wayasaiwa, Ma'alium, Wayba'awa, Call, Idath, Bunya Sha'ala, Amadabar, Sayan Ashar, Bayan Ayalum, Wabayan, Sayanya, Wakamasha, Ashar, Aishar, Yawum, Lachadash, Hashunya, Latazathum, Marataza, Matazarium, verse 2. Wayalonua, Call, Idath, Banya Sha'ala, Al Masha, Wa Al Haran, Bamadabar, verse 3. Wayamar, Al Hum, Banya Yasha'ala, Maya Yathun, Wawathnua, Bayad Yahweh, Varatza Matazarium, Mashabathnua, Al Sayar, Habashar, Walkalnua, Lachum, Lashabai Kaya, Hotazathum, Athnua, Al Hamadabar, Hazah, Lahamayath, Ath Kal, Hakwahal, Hazah, Bara'ib, verse 4, Wayamar, Yahweh al Mashah, Hananya, Umatayar, Lachum, Man Hashemayim, Wayatazah Ha'aim, Walakwatwa, the Bar Yawum, Bayawumwa, Ama'ain, and Nasua, Hayalak, Basawar, Wathya, La'ah, and back to the English.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 25. And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them.
Which, look, every time the people spoke against Moses, he went straight to the Lord. We've seen this how many times already, and we're going to see it more. He went straight to the Lord and asked the Lord for help. He didn't try to fight him back with his own strength. And he sure didn't do what a lot of your leaders out there are doing and, acting like full-on females, going tit for tat, trying to save their embarrassment by throwing something on somebody else. You niggas should be ashamed of yourselves, man.
Right.
Following these people. You
Right.
following clowns and women and emotional, effeminate men when the Lord gave you leadership. The Lord gave us, I wake up every day so thankful for the Lord's mercy that he sent me into the Isupk.
Right.
The men that we have above us. We have men that we could be proud to look up to. We can be proud to follow. And we can follow without question. We have men that go to the Lord and then give us righteous counsel and righteous instructions. You got men that you got to defend and try to convince everybody to have mercy on and look the other way. Keep going.
Come. Verse 26. And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep or his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. Verse 27. And they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters. Chapter 16, verse 1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after the departing out of the land of Egypt. Verse 2. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Verse 3. And the children of Israel said unto them, what to God we have died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt.
That's what a lot of y'all out there, this is who you are spiritually in the reincarnation. You the ones that as soon as it got a little rough, you start saying, I wish we would have just been back in Egypt. I wouldn't even care if we dying there. You would rather die a slave than be a little uncomfortable to get yourself free. Keep going.
When we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full.
That's what I'm saying. At least we were comfortable over there. And that's what y'all saying today in America. At least we could eat till we full. At least we could go to McDonald's and have a number 5. How simple you gotta be, man. That's what you want. You just want to be fat, a fat slave. Keep going.
For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
They're saying at least we had food and we were slaves in Egypt. We're going to be out here in the wilderness dying of hunger. Meanwhile, they just saw all the miracles that the Lord did to bring them out of Egypt. They know firsthand that the Lord is with them. But as soon as they get a little hungry, they would rather be fat slaves on the seashore in Egypt. You got to shake that spirit out of our people, man. And that's why we go out there week after week to shake that spirit out of you. You got to be willing to be uncomfortable in this. You should be more uncomfortable being at the bottom of this society and living under your oppressor who hates you than you would be in the desert hungry and free. Keep going.
Verse 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
This is a great scripture right here. The Lord said, I'm going to rain down bread from heaven, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much you can take. And this is how I'm going to prove these people whether they're going to walk in my law or not. Because the Lord's law is about obedience. You know, and all these laws, there's reasons for them. We can explain why you're not supposed to eat pork, shrimp, crab, health-wise. But do we need to? No. All you need to know is that it's dead. That the Lord said not to eat it. It's obedience. The Lord is testing your obedience. You don't need an explanation for everything. What happened if you're a child, you ask your father, why can't I do that? Just say, because I said so.
Right.
That's the Most High. He's testing us to see if we're going to walk in his law because he said so. Keep going.
Verse 5. And it shall come to pass that
hold up. We're going to go back to the Hebrew. Verse 5. Wahaya bayawam hashashaya wakayanwa ath ashar yabiyawa wahaya mashana al ashar yalakwatwa yawam. Verse 6. Wayamar masha wa haran al kal bani yash'ala Irab, Wayadaithum, Kaya Yahawa, Hawatazia, Afkum, Maratazah, Matazarium, verse 7, Wabakwar, Ra'ayasum Ath Kabawad Yahweh Bashemaiwa Ath Nasikum Al Yahweh Wanachnua Ma'akaya Zalyanoah Alianoah. Verse 8 Wayamar Masha Basath Yahweh Lakum Ba'ira Bashar Lakal Walakum Babakwar Lashabai Bashemai Yahweh Ath Malansath Yukum Bashar Thum Malianom Aliwa Wanachnua Mala'ah Alianoah So Nikasium Kaya Al Yahweh, verse 9, Way Omar Masha Al Haran, Omar Al Kal Idath Bunya Yasha'ala Korabwa Lapunya Yahweh Kaya Shemai Ath Dolanat Dal Sathikum, verse 10, Wayahaya Kadabar Aharan Al Kal Idath Bunya Yasha'ala Wayakua Al Hamadabar Wahana Kabawad Yahweh Nara'ah Ba'ainan, verse 11, Wadabar Yahweh Al Mashal Amar, verse 12, Shemaithia Ath Dalawanath Banya Sha'ala Dabar Alahum Amar Ban Hirabium Dakalwa Bashar Bababakwar Dashabaiwa Lakum Wayadaithim Kaya Anya Yahweh Al Hayakum, verse 13, Wayahaya Ba'irab Watha'al Hashalwa Wathakas Ath Hamachana Wababakwar Hayatha Shakabath Hatal Shabyab La Makana. And back to the English.
Exodus chapter 16, verse 5. It shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. Verse 6. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel at even, then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. Verse 7. And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that he murmur against us? Verse 8. And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full, for that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which he murmured against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord.
Now that's real men of the Lord speaking, because they're like, look, you can murmur against us, but you're not murmuring against us. You're murmuring against the Most High, and they saying that as a warning. It's like, it's not us that's gonna punish you. It's not little old me and little old Aaron. It's the Lord that's gonna punish y'all. Keep going.
Verse 9. And Moses spake unto Aaron, say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings. Verse 10. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. Verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God.
Again, because these are all miraculous things happening. Now they're in the desert for days without food and water, and the Lord is going to give them all they need. And this is right after he delivered them out of Egypt with great miracles. They're seeing all they could possibly want to see. Read.
Verse 13. And it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp. And in the morning, the dew laid around the host.
And so, out of nowhere, all these quails came out of nowhere. So that they can know that it's the Lord that's taking care of it.
Right.
This is where we're going to pick up next week. Got Majim up here. Shapar, which means horn. Yeah, yun, which means wine. What's up here next week? Layak Sha'ala, which means to Israel. Imagine in the room, saw Punyakadum, which means turn to face the east. I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw, Bashamayim, Rashaya, Shemka, Yahweh, Balakaka, Tabah, Ratazak, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazak, Fawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, the Thunau, Bachum, Kaliwa, Wasalakmu, Kawakmu, Kasalakmu, Kawakmu, Wala'a, Tabayana, Wasa one, a ball, Awashanu, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Ka, Abalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapara, Alumnium, Amun, the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bashimi Haushah, Babakashah, the Thunna, Akah, Larpa, Kalmakala, Kalmanawa, Akah, Latahar, Kamatazariah, Akah, Lakwayum, Amathil, Akah, Arakawa, Atamala, Lagarashun, Bashimi Haushah, Wadamun, the English, Yahweh, the name of Haushah. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Haushah. Thank you. So be it. Pray for the power structure in the Hebrew. Rakatah Yahweh. Why Yahushua? Why Mayakal? Why Lahaya? Matazabia Alawapihan. Halawapi. Hasrun. Hakwatsian. Haklayali. Hakwaki. Yahweh. Bashimi Haushah. The Wadamun. The English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angels. Commander General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troops. And the assistants. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Pray for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evil and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. Speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. The treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. And the nations. And their drug dealers. The court system. Prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the government's enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogue
The
army.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic
The
Church.
Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Religion.
Religion.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinhead.
Possibility.
Common
The gay movement.
The gay
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
Lesbian.
The spies.
Spy.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
That's space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
The airwaves.
The airwaves.
Cable access channel.
Cable access channel.
And the radio channels.
Radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit.
Any of thy people
Of any
that
type
seek to stop us.
that seek to
Bring
stop.
swift destruction
Bring script
to all the
destruction
heathen
to all the
that
heathen
stand in the way
that stand in the way.
or try to stop us
Try to stop
from
us.
broadcasting your words
Broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet
Let
Earth.
loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the places.
Cause them to go to and fro
Call it be to us
through the earth
through the earth.
and consume.
And consume
Let
it.
the plague shake the house of the thief
Let the plague take down to the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let the house shot
Let your house shine.
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and
come
Gabriel
down with flying
come
saucers
down the flying
and
saucer.
punish all the heathens
Punish all the
that
heathen
come up against us
that come against us.
as we speak thy word.
As you speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That is the angels that have done it.
That the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause it to be spread through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake thy company.
Cause it to shake thy
In
company.
the name of Yahweh Shah.
Name your house.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Song face the front. That concludes the Sabbath service. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah, Smith.